months ago, we brought to you the story of heroic pet dog Kuvi and Ajith Madhavan, the compassionate trainer of the Idukki District Police Dog Squad. It was a bit sad story, as Ajith, who once turned the wonderful dog's saviour and caretaker, had to bid adieu to Kuvi. But now he's the sole owner of Kuvi. Now listen, this story of deep love and bonding between a dog and a dog trainer has had a new and happy twist. Before that, let us recall how Kuvi became the hero of Idukki district's Pettimudi that was devastated by landslide on August 6, 2020. Kuvi grabbed the attention of the world after it desperately waited for days near the spot where the body of her 2-year-old mistress, Dhanushka, was recovered. The spot was nearly 4 kilometers away from the disaster-hit site. The dog had been searching for her little mistress all over Rajamala for some days after the mishap. Later, Kuvi succeeded in finding the body on the 8th day. Dhanushka's body was found from gravel bank, which is 4 kilometers away from Pettimudi. The body was found trapped in the tree branches under the hanging bridge. The dog that sensed the child's smell stood at the place since morning. On seeing the dog at the place for a long time, the officials started searching the place and found the body. In Dhanushka's family, only her grandmother had survived. It was Ajith Madhavan who turned out to be Kuvi's saviour. It was his heart that first went out for her. The sight of Kuvi whimpering and barking near Dhanushka's body was heartbreaking. He found her exhausted from starving and tried to feed her. But Kuvi did not take food from him first. Ajith could not leave her like that, as she had already lost her little friend and mistress Dhanushka, and he decided to take her with him. Ajith approached the district collector, MP and Forest Conservation Committee for permission to take care of the dog. They granted him permission to take the dog with him. The dog was subsequently enrolled in the district police dog squad and given training for 8 months. It was the decision of the state police chief Loknath Behra to make it a member of the dog squad. Kuvi was inducted into the squad and was given training in obedience, sniffing and tracking, heel, walk and other routine exercises. However, it so happened that the kin of the family to which the dog belonged made an appeal to the police and wanted it back. Kuvi was returned as Dhanushka's family had submitted an application to get it back. They submitted a plea before state DGP to get back their dog. On April 16th, the dog squad handed it over to Dhanushka's grandmother Palaniyamma. Meanwhile, the silent transfer of Kuvi was held amid questions and concerns expressed by animal lovers and organizations over its future care. Will Kuvi get the quality life she had been getting at Police Dog Squad unit? This was the main question raised by many. The Idukki Dog Squad had adopted the dog on August 20th in 2020. There were many restrictions on taking the dog to the squad. Incompatibility with other dogs and food problems led to the crisis. About Rs 2,000 per day was spent to look after it. It was 8 months later that Kuvi was handed over to Dhanushka's grandmother Palaniyamma. For Ajith Madhavan, that separation was one of the most painful things in his life. The inseparable bonding between them had already happened. Ajith, while moving on with his routine life, kept calling Kuvi's family frequently to inquire about her condition. And finally, on June 23rd morning, the family called up Ajith Madhavan and said that the dog was not eating and going weak. They said they were not able to look after the dog and are willing to give her back. Ajith rushed to see Kuvi. He got a stamp paper signed by Palaniyamma and her relatives that said that they would henceforth have no right over Kuvi. And finally, he took back Kuvi with him. Along with Palaniyamma, her son Deepan and the locals were witnesses to the handing over of Kuvi. Ajith said Kuvi was happy to be brought to his residence in Cherthala. On Kuvi's body, there are bite marks that may have been inflicted by other dogs. All that was treated. She is pregnant. The decision is to continue training after delivery, said Ajith, who has 6 other dogs, including foreign breeds and an 18-year-old domestic dog. News Desk, Kaumudy, English.